and available for evening parties, art showings, and other functions. Well, how much do you know about curling? You might have caught a glimpse of it while watching the Winter Olympics. All I knew about it before watching the story was it looked pretty funny. And if you've ever wondered why do they sweep the ice, you're about to find out. In tonight's One Tank Trip, producer Russ Hunsinger explains more about this sport that actually started in Scotland, but is gaining popularity here in the usually sunny South.
Slip sliding away.
We drove just over 2 hours to get here.
Slip sliding away.
Well, I've seen it on TV a couple times at the Olympics.
Sweep, 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 sweep,
This is
sweep.
my
all the
first
way.
time. It doesn't take long at all to pick up the sport.
Here it comes, here it comes. Sweep, 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 sweep.
It takes years to really develop the finesse with it.
How many Canadians in the group?
I grew up in Brandon, Manitoba, on the prairies in Canada, and curling. From a curling family, everyone curled.
Sweep.
I have 4 children.
1, 2, 3. Good job. Awesome.
And they've never curled before. I'm very pleased to have this opportunity to share this with them because I love the sport.
Who would like to try first?
Today we had to learn to curl,
Okay, here it comes.
and it is the best opportunity to get started with curling because it gives you an hour and a half on the ice of just experience, basic experience of learning to deliver the rock,
Nicely done.
having a chance to sweep,
Sweep, sweep, sweep, sweep, sweep.
having a chance to slide down the ice,
Slide, leg back, stay down low. Good job, good job, good job.
and then being able to see what it looks like and the effort it takes to really get a 42-pound rock to go from one end of the sheet to the other.
Curling is a sport where you throw rocks, curl them down the ice, and try to score points.
Sweep it to the broom, nice.
You know, curling is a game of strategy. It is certainly a game of balance,
Look at it go, she's down, one is down.
technique. A lot of people call it shuffleboard on ice.
Throw a rock and sweep it until you score, if you can.
Basic rules is that there are 4 players on a team. They take turns, they rotate, either the delivery position or the sweeping position. There's a person at the other end of the house that's calling the shots and giving the strategy.
There you go, beautiful.
The house is the big bullseye. There could be a lot of different colored rocks in the house, but the closest one to the very center of the button, the very center of the bullseye, is the one that really determines who's scored.
Nice release.
It's a lot harder than it looks. It looks like you just throw the rock down and you'll make it down there, but it takes a lot more effort to get it all the way.
The tricky part is just sliding. You gotta make sure you got your balance in order, and then you're just throwing rocks down the sheet of ice, and you just gotta figure out how hard you throw them.
So when you're sweeping, okay, you're gonna walk sideways.
Sweeping makes the rock go faster and straighter. So when the skip gets very excited and they're calling this sweep, sweep, sweep,
Sweep, sweep, bring
it's
it up.
because they've found the right line and they want to keep it on that line to make it go to the exact spot where it's supposed to land.
You know the nearer your destination, the more you slip sliding away.
I like trying to figure out where the rock is going to end up. There are a couple times I threw the rock and I never expected it to end up there.
It's something you have to get used to, something you have to practice a lot, but I'd come back and do it again.
I think people know about the sport, they just never considered playing it, or didn't maybe know they could.
To just be successful with it and have a good time with it, you can do that right out of the gate.
Push off with your foot and push. Yay!
You never know until you try.
It's a wonderful sport and one that you can play from really young to really old.
Good game, good game, good game, good game.
Thanks so much, Russ. The Charlotte Curling Association has more than 150 members. They offer learning to curl classes Tuesday nights and Saturday afternoons. Events run from September through May. For more details, look for this story on our Carolina Impact page at pbscharlotte.org. Well, before we go, I want to remind you about our 3rd annual STEM